Have you ever asked yourself, among hundreds of car modifications, which ones are truly worth the money? Some mods can turn a regular car into a beast, but others can quickly destroy your engine and drain your wallet. This video will show you 7 worthwhile upgrades and 3 worthless ones, so you don't throw thousands of dollars into a black hole. Watch carefully, because one of these mods once cost a car owner more than $6,000 just to fix a mistake. Mod 1. Ceramic-coated exhaust manifold. A less talked about but extremely effective upgrade is a ceramic-coated exhaust manifold. At first glance, it might seem like it's just for looks, but the ceramic layer retains heat within the exhaust, helping the turbo spool faster, reducing energy loss and lowering the engine bay temperature. This not only makes the car more powerful, but also protects wiring sensors and even plastic parts from cracking due to heat. Some garages even show customers a scene of bright white ceramic being sprayed onto an exhaust manifold. Just watching it is exciting enough. This isn't a cheap upgrade, but compared to the cost of repairing damaged wiring, an ECU, or a turbo due to heat, the expense is completely reasonable. Ceramic coating is proof that some modifications are quiet but durable, making the car stronger and safer to operate in all conditions. Mod 2. Forced induction. Turbo. Supercharger. When it comes to engine mods, nothing beats a turbo or supercharger. This is the king of modifications and can boost power by 40 to 100% if done correctly. A turbo provides explosive power after it spools up, while a supercharger delivers instant throttle response. I once witnessed an ordinary sedan after getting a quality turbo kit beat sports cars from much higher classes. But this is not a cheap game. If you just slap it on without upgrading the injectors, fuel pump intercooler, or ECU, the engine will blow up quickly. Forced induction is an upgrade that will make anyone awestruck, but it requires knowledge, skill, and a budget. If you invest seriously, you'll understand why those who have been on boost will never want to go back to stock. Mod 3. ECU Remap. The brain of your car is the ECU, and manufacturers program it to prioritize safety emissions and fuel economy. But hidden inside is always untapped power. An ECU remap is the way to awaken that full potential. When done right, the car will have a more responsive throttle, significantly increased torque, and can even be more fuel efficient in some RPM ranges. I once saw a stock car whose owner was astonished by the clear difference after a proper remap. However, this is also a double-edged sword. Using a cheap, illegal file can brick the ECU burn valves and even ruin the engine. Therefore, you must use a reputable platform like HP, Tuners, Cobb, or Honda and get it tuned on a dyno by a professional tuner. A good map turns your car into a lively machine, while a bad map turns it into a useless hunk of junk. Mod 4. Performance Camshaft. If a turbo is the muscle, then a camshaft is the soul of a naturally aspirated engine. Performance cams adjust the valve timing and lift, allowing the air-fuel mixture to enter and exit more efficiently. The result is an increase of 30 to 40 horsepower, a wider power band, and a powerful throaty exhaust note. But this is also the mod that newbies often mess up the worst. If you install a big cam without replacing the valve, springs, push rods, and valves to match, you're likely to have a piston smash into a valve, which means you can pretty much throw away the entire engine. And remember, the ECU must be retuned to recognize this change. Brands like Comp Cams or Texas Speed have products designed for specific purposes, from street driving to track racing. An NA build with a proper camshaft will completely transform the car both in performance and sound. Mod 5. High-performance braking system. A deadly mistake for new car modders is focusing on increasing power while neglecting the brakes. You can add hundreds of horsepower, but if your brakes aren't strong enough to stop the car, everything becomes a double-edged sword. High-performance braking systems like Brembo or Willwood not only provide strong stopping power, but also excellent heat resistance during hard braking at high speeds. Large brake rotors and bright red calipers are not just for looks. They ensure you can control the car in any situation. In fact, many accidents happen because the brakes can't handle the power of the modified engine. This is an investment not only for performance, but also for your life. A powerful engine needs powerful brakes, a simple rule that few people follow until it's too late. Mod 6. Aluminum Radiator Upgrade. The silent enemy of every engine is heat. Many cars have died because their owners believed the stock plastic radiator was enough. In reality, in hot weather or heavy traffic, the temperature can skyrocket, causing the head gasket to blow. Upgrading to an aluminum radiator is an extremely smart solution. It has more tubes and better heat dissipation, keeping the engine temperature stable. I once installed a Mishimoto unit on a turbo Civic. Before that, the car would often get up to 215 degrees Fahrenheit every time I hit the gas. After the upgrade, it stayed around 185 degrees Fahrenheit even in midday traffic. But don't just replace the radiator. Check the hose's thermostat and cooling fan and bleed the system carefully to avoid air bubbles. A little carelessness is enough to ruin a newly built engine. Mod 7. Oil Catch Can. Have you ever removed the intake manifold of a direct injection engine after tens of thousands of miles? The inside is full of black carbon deposits like asphalt. That's the result of oil vapor from the crankcase flowing back into the intake. An oil catch can is designed to stop this. It's small, cheap, and effective. It traps the oil vapor and condenses it into a dirty liquid, keeping the valves and intake manifold clean. I once opened the catch can on my GTI after 6,000 miles and found almost half a cup of dirty oil. Without it, all of that would have coated the inside of the engine. However, you need to choose one with a proper filter, not a fake that's just an empty can. Reputable brands like Mishimoto or Radium are always trusted. Don't forget to drain it regularly because letting it overflow will be counterproductive. This is a simple mod that provides long-term benefits for any car. So we've gone through 7 truly worthwhile upgrades. Each mod makes the car stronger, more durable, and safer. But not every modification is like that. There are countless items out there that sound cool, but in reality just make you lose money while your engine quickly falls into a state of disaster. Let's go through the 3 most worthless mods to avoid bringing trouble upon yourself. Worthless mod number 1. Cheap electric supercharger. This is a common scam on eBay, an electric supercharger that looks like a mini fan and attaches directly to the air intake pipe. Ads promise tens of extra horsepower, but in reality it's no different from a cheap desk fan. The weak airflow is not enough to create pressure and can even disrupt the MAF sensor, causing the engine to throw a fault code. I once saw a car owner come in with a bunch of error codes just from installing one of these $150 gadgets. Frankly, this is money thrown out the window. If you want more power, invest in a real turbo or supercharger, and if your budget is tight, at least opt for basic upgrades like an air filter or an ECU remap. Don't be fooled by these hair dryers disguised as car mods. This is nothing more than fake medicine for your engine. It does more harm than good. Worthless mod number 2. Fake octane boosters. The market is flooded with bottles of octane-boosting liquid advertised as miracle cures for your engine. But in reality, most only increase the octane rating by half a point, which is completely negligible. Meanwhile, modern ECUs are smart enough to adjust to the gas from the pump, so the effect is almost zero. I once checked with a specialized meter, and the results only disappointed the customer. Many people, after pouring in these additives, experienced issues like black spark plugs, incomplete combustion, and a drop in power. Instead of spending money on vague chemicals, just buy a higher octane fuel from a reputable gas station. If you want to protect your engine, there are many smarter ways: a good air filter, proper oil, or an ECU remap. Don't believe in magic water in a cheap plastic bottle. Worthless mod number 3. LED underbody light show. Many people think that installing a whole set of LED underbody lights will make their car stand out as if it rolled right out of a Fast and Furious movie. In reality, it only makes the car a centerpiece of negative attention. These multicolored light strips do not add a single horsepower or any performance benefit, and they put you at risk of being pulled over by the police for distracting other drivers. Not to mention, careless installation can cause electrical shorts and quickly drain your battery. I once witnessed a car owner spend more than $500 on underbody lights, only to be forced to remove them a week later because of a series of tickets. If you want to make your car look cool, focus on truly useful upgrades: wheels, brakes, or simply engine maintenance. LED underbody lights are just a flashy, useless waste of money. Car modification can turn your car into a powerful machine, but if you choose the wrong mods, it can also turn it into a pile of scrap metal. Remember, these 7 upgrades are truly worth the money, while the other 3 will just make you lose it all. If you found this list helpful, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next videos about cars and technology.